Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy winning Wednesday. It's your girl Sunshine, like always, coming to you loud, live, and in color, giving you all my hats of womanhood, and always, always, always bringing you the sunshine. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I know it's been a minute, but your girl been on assignment, being focused, getting me together for the journey that God has prepared for me. So I just had to drop on by on Winning Wednesday and just lift your day up. As I was riding this morning, taking my son to the bus stop and just thinking, God was just downloading so much in my mind. Why? Because I'm focused. And despite what happened to me in August, I had an experience of domestic abuse. It was very, very traumatic, and I had to just step back and just ask God, please take the wheel. I can't do this in my own strength. It was a shocker. It was just all of a sudden, but it was by the grace of God. Y'all, do you hear me? By the grace of God that I'm here today to talk about it. So, October is definitely Domestic Violence Month. It is also Cancer Month. So you'll be seeing me rock pink and purple all month long. And then whenever I get a chance, I will come only on YouTube and share my story from beginning to end of my experience with domestic violence. If any woman on here today is experiencing domestic violence or know someone who's going through it, or you may have been a victory or been victorious from domestic violence, share your story, help the next. Wow, I just never thought it would happen to me. I've experienced a lot of things in life, in my life journey, but that last incident just really, really, really made me more aware of some things that's going on. And I'm a reader by nature, and so I was just reading some articles and listening to different YouTubers and different stories on YouTube about women that didn't survive domestic violence. And I just can't thank God enough for just allowing me to survive that situation that happened to me in August of this year. Whew, thank you, Jesus. I mean, literally. But back to what I was saying, if you know somebody or if you're going through it, get out, seek the help, find the help. Don't be embarrassed. Um, like you can get out of it, you can be safe. There's safe haven homes. I experienced a stay in one for 10 days. And I was scared. I didn't know what to expect going into one. But I'm glad I took the initiative and had the courage to go. Because when I got to the safe haven home in August, I was given the medical needs that I need with counseling, um, self awareness, self care. I was able to share my story with other women who experienced similar situation. I had to take away all my hats when I got there and just be sunshine and be very transparent so that I can get the healing that I need. I'm better today. It's been 2 months, or almost 2 months. Um, but the only thing that I'm having issues with is just being alone. Um, Although I fear no one but God, it's just the incident happened when I was alone, and so I'm just so glad that my adult children have been really, really, really pouring their support and love and just being around me. So that's something that I'm working on. Just being alone. Um, I'm fully equipped with camera systems, alarm system, my 9 millimeter. But the incident that happened to me was all of a sudden, so I wasn't able to just reach my peace. I had to run to safety. But I guess God does everything His way. It was His way of awakening me to someone that I needed to completely detach myself from. And why it was a shocker to me during my experiences, because me and the person that attacked me were in a long-term relationship. We were actually separated at the time, but focusing on ourselves and maybe getting back together, but God showed me then that no, that's not gonna happen. So sometimes when we don't understand, just stay the course, stay focused, and pray, y'all. I had to pray. I already pray, right? But I literally had to pray my way through this because I was just wow, like just it was just a shocker. And not only did it affect me, it affected my daughters, my mom, my family. The incident has caused division between both families. And it really just sat into my heart because I'm just a love bug and I love people and I love people through the pain. And I'm forgiving. And I can say now that I have forgiven my abuser. Um, but it's just, you know, certain triggers or certain things that I can watch on TV or certain things that I can see that will just bring everything back to my memory. And it's just that, like, those are the moments when I have to just pray, pray, pray the most and seek guidance from my mentor and close friends and family because it takes a support system. And I am just very lucky to have a support system, not only with my family, but with my outreach community organizations, with Girlfriends Empowered Network, with Sunshine Chronicles, YouTubers. Like, yeah, you guys, like, my family on YouTube has really been checking on me, really just showing me the love and giving me the love I need, to get through this. And well, I am getting through it. I have my good days, I have my bad days, but I am really, really, really going to take a stand on this mental illness of domestic violence. It's definitely a mental illness on the other person's part, on the abuser's part. And I found that out reading up on it. I think the two were connected, but they are highly connected. And so yeah, this week my Aunt Lean's calling y'all. I'll call her back. But I've really been just reading up on it, and the last part of my anthology that I talked to you guys about on last month, it was on domestic violence. Um, and I wrote about my story in that book. I'm currently in the process of writing one chapter in an anthology with my Arise Kingdom Queendom sisters out of Richmond, Virginia, and all around the world under the leadership of Apostle Verena Cobbs. And y'all, the book is coming out this month. I'm so excited. I was nervous at first because I had to be very transparent and tell the story of domestic violence, and I did it. I cried. I had to stop. I had to get the story out because I know that my story will help heal the next sister, Queen. And so I'm very excited about that, that I didn't quit. Because I almost did. I really did. So, mind you, going through all the experience that happened to me in August, I was praying, preparing myself for this anthology, preparing myself for an annual conference that I co-host with my friend, and that was a huge distraction. But again, y'all, I had to fall on my knees and give it to God, and I'm better today. I am absolutely 100% better than I was in August. Yes, I was a hot mess mentally, but God. So again, this month, rock your purple, rock your pink, rock whatever cause that you support. But I'm repping domestic violence and cancer awareness this month. My heart goes all out to all the ladies that didn't make it, and so that only propels me and confirms to me that God has better and more for my life, and to be an advocate and to tell my story to the nations and globally to heal the next. Prior to the incident happening to me, and good morning to anyone that may be on. I can't see anyone. Good morning and hey to all the replayers. Remember to like and subscribe to Sunshine Chronicles, baby. Um, just take a stand, y'all. Take a stand on this. It's really serious. And help someone that may need help with domestic violence. I can say this over and over. I survived it. I fought for my life, y'all. I survived it. And so many can't say that. So every day this month, I have been lighting a purple candle in my home in remembrance to some that have lost their lives to domestic violence. And it's so sad. I was actually when I was in the safe haven home, I was there with a lady um, who lost her daughter within a blinking of an eye, and her story just had me y'all just boo-hoo and crying. I thought my story was horrific. Wow. But again, when I share my experience this month on YouTube, I don't know what day. I just want to be a day where I'm calm and I don't have any distractions, so I can get on here and tell y'all my story of that night, August the 25th. What I experienced, what I'm going through now, and the aftermath. Um, and I can say this: I'm no longer scared or embarrassed to share my story. 13 years ago, I experienced verbal abuse, and then it did get physical in one incident. But I've never been in a relationship and or marriage where that's all I experienced was abuse. And so, wow, there are many people in relationships or in marriages where the male or female is the abuser that's dealing with this and feel like there's no way out. But I'm here to tell you, you can get out, you can find help. Just the experience I experienced had me scared. It really did. Because it didn't just happen. I noticed some things a month prior to the incident, but I stayed around people. I took the proper step to protect me, and the person is still attacked. So even if you have to move from where you are familiar with and go to the unfamiliar to be safe, do it. I was scared out of my mind to leave my house. And I had just got a new home, y'all. That's bananas, right? I just hadn't even been in my house 4 months and had to leave. And I didn't know if I was gonna leave forever, 30 days, 3 months, 6 months. But I had to get away for my protection. My abuser is still incarcerated, and what saddens my heart, my abuser is my son's father. And the hardest part for me right now is my son is missing his father. Um, I know they love each other, they have a bond, and I'll tell y'all more of how all that kind of played out. Whew, but that's the hardest part for me when my son asks for his father, because even during the separation process of me and my son's father, I would still have family day on Sundays around family. I never would be alone with him, and I still kept the relationship with him and his son together because that's what real queens do. But it was so hard because it's like, what do I do? How do I get through this? I mean, it was just so many questions. Like, I can't keep my son from his father, but then I can't be around someone that did this to me. So it was just a lot. It was just a lot. But again, by the grace of God, I'm getting through it. I thank God that my son's father, sisters, are very supportive of me and my son even to this day. That means a lot to have the support, everybody understanding, everybody just pretty much shocked, but the love that we have for one another is keeping us together. And so I know we'll get through this, but like I tell everybody, it's just pretty much in God's hands. And I am just going to continue to walk in my purpose and advocate for those who don't have a voice. Yeah. So that is my winning Wednesday message for today, win in life, win forever. I don't care where you are in life. Don't ever feel like you can't begin again. I've been knocked down several times in my life journey, but I'm still standing by the grace of God. And so stay focused, stay positive. Even when you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. God is always in the midst. You just have to believe, have faith, and most of all, pray. If you can do all of that and do the work, God will do the rest. I had to literally live before God and say, God, take the wheel of my life. I can't do it in my flesh. I can't do it in my own strength. And so I advise you to do the same. So when it Wednesday, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I got to get my day started Much love, peace, and happiness. It's your girl Sunshine. Until next time, peace and love.